up in here, man. We live, man. Typical black dude fashion. I'm late. 4 minutes late. It's crazy when you fall into the stereotype. That's what you do. You dive into the stereotype sometimes. You deep dive in there, man. But before I really make a fool of myself, man, let me introduce my man, my brother from another mother. That's flowbeto.com, flowbeto.com, flowbeto.com.
You late? What, you took a bus and had a transfer? Like, why you 4 minutes late?
He late.
Yo, thank you so much for having me, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Good, man. Talk to me about what's going on, man. Got a birthday in a couple days, man. What's going on? What Flomo gonna do for his birthday?
I got a birthday coming in 2 days. I'm gonna be 30 and change. You know what I'm saying? I got a bottle of Four Roses bourbon my buddy Ralph got me, so I'm gonna crack it open on Thursday. But other than that, low key, man. Ain't doing much at all.
I like it, brother. I like it. You said you had a bottle of what now? What was that bottle?
Four Roses bourbon.
Four Roses bourbon. That sounds kind of good right there. That sound kind of.
That's I got paid today, Flo. Like, it ain't super expensive.
Oh yeah.
It's like the check cleared.
So what about that drink is your what do you like about that drink? What's that?
I like the way it finishes very, very light, but in the middle of the palate has a kind of smoky flavor. You think it's going to be a lot more deeper. Sometimes you have a slide of bourbon that's too peaty or too oaky. It might kind of ruin your palate, especially if you're eating with food. But Four Roses comes in pretty light, comes in heavy, and leaves clean.
Ooh, I eat it out like a hitman.
Yeah.
Z Money in the house.
Z Money in the house. Bad news. What
up, Z Money? Okay. Z Money in the building.
Yeah.
Put my big face in the chat real quick.
We're missing our
big
Pino.
face. Yeah, this shit right there. That's big face right there, bud.
What? It's the Pino Mack.
Pino Mack.
Free.
What's going on, Heidi?
Hello. Welcome. Oh, it's gonna be
everything tournament part, dude. You know what I'm saying? We running through, man. I think we were second round, finishing that up, I believe. Vetoes both still available in a shocker.
Yes.
Got the vetoes still both available. Flobo ain't get on my damn nerves just yet.
Cause you win all the brackets last week. How can I get your nerves? Whatever, man.
Oh, Z Money said he wanted the link for the tournament. Hold on, Z Money, I got that for you. Hold on, Playboy. I got you, baby boy. I got you. There you go. That should be the link for this bad boy. But before we get things started, Big Face, how you doing? What's going on? You all right over there?
I'm all right. I'm just, setting up our things so that we can end this everything tournament.
That's the better part. That's the better version of the hot shot. You know what I mean?
Really?
Watching these, I think this a little bit better than the first one. I think
two
so.
separate entities. They're like two separate entities.
That's true. That's like airplane 1 and airplane 2.
Right. That's a deep cut, man.
Yo, are you a spare? Yeah, I mean, I got layers, man. You know what I mean?
Yo, we had a Columbo moment last week, and it was dope.
Right.
Like, you watch Columbo?
Watch Columbo.
Yeah, he owns.
What?
Seasons.
Bro.
Yes.
Watch Columbo, bro.
I'll put it with my mom for sure.
Bro, Columbo's the greatest of all time. Ain't even close.
Yeah, one more thing.
He has epic arguments with his with shout out to Barry Mack over Perry Mason and Columbo
versus Columbo. It's like it's Perry Mason. It's put like this. No, we're good with that because he's never gonna move me on that. The biggest argument me and my father had is a Perry Mason versus Matlock. That is huge.
Oh, it's Matlock.
That's the hottest debate.
You know what? Growing up, they came back to back on TV. They were two different.
That's the hottest debate. I go, Dad.
Because they're lawyers. Sorry.
Yeah, he's one of those people he's like one of the many people in this world that think because you do it first, you do it the best.
Right.
Because Perry Mason was the first lawyer before Matlock. So now Andy Griffith has to apologize because he was doing the Andy Griffith show. He got to apologize because he's doing the Andy Griffith show. I'm sorry. And then he gets to do Matlock. So now because he was second, he ain't better than Perry Mason. He's the most charismatic lawyer of all time. Hot dog eating Ben Matlock.
I got to give it to you. I'm a more Matlock fan. Because what it was,
when
it came out, it was just like specifically a flavor. You couldn't replicate it. You can't duplicate Matlock. Andy Griffith was landlocked, man.
Bro, come on, man. It's Andy Griffith. Then he brings on Don Knotts. He brings him in.
Yeah. No, there's no argument here, man.
There's no
But don't clip it out, man. I like Mr. Mack. I don't want him not giving no greens no more. But just let you know, between you and me.
Like this, like, yo, Will Five Stud Muffin, what up, baby boy?
Oh, go ahead.
The Stud Muffin.
I was going to shout out to Facebook. I saw we have Elliot Yee watching, with his creme brulee. And
Yee!
And I saw Stephen Lemieux watching. What?
The Stephen Lemieux?
We got a Lemieux sighting?
Oh, snap.
That's a
Hungarian?
Mm-hmm.
Hungarian rascal?
Had my lovely Raphael down in Florida, watching.
Oh, that boot thing right there. That's another boot thing right there.
Long ago, I used to work at Hooters, yes, and I got some friends from there. We got some Roger, we got Jim.
Wow, it's on and popping right now. It's on and popping into everything.
Hello, everyone.
I'm glad I took this 5 minutes to kill time to wait for people to get in.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Yeah,
you gotta buy time. You know what I mean? You gotta buy time with hyperbole and nonsensical arguments and stuff like that. Elliot Yee.
So trying to get this watch party on my page. So please sell more time. Please.
Listen, it's approximately 7. No, listen, we gotta get real talk. We gotta get this started because we gotta get Flobo out here. Flobo got a hard out at 9. He got a hard out at 9. He got to do a couple of things. But we gonna kick this off, man. What's on the what's the next thing up on the docket before we get to the couple last rounds? And I know it's gonna be something that's gonna really ruffle my feathers, but let's go.
Also, shout out to DJ Reckless in Vegas, family of my favorite Vegas
Capuso.
All right.
Yeah.
So we get into the end of our tournament here. We're probably gonna end tournament right now. We're gonna go right into it. We'll get some flashback in because Flobo's got a hard 9.
Making me sound all Hollywood, y'all.
So we're gonna go right.
Big time with us, man.
That popcorn talk to them. When they call me, I answer that call, man. It's like Batman. The phone's in my house.
Real talk.
So right now, edge of your seat, right in the beginning, we have Jackie Chan versus Margot Robbie. Who's taking it? Who's got
Go
it?
ahead, Flo. Hey, shout out to Kevin Correa real quick, but go ahead, Flo.
So we're going to put Jackie Chan against Margot Robbie. Man, I tell you what, there are no losers. All the winners are fans. But my choice is Jackie Chan. We talked about his movies before. We talked about his long catalog and how he's an inspiration to generations of fans of both movies and the martial arts. But you know what I'm going to talk about Jackie Chan? I'm going to talk about his influence on the culture itself. The Medallion was the first time I saw a movie where an Asian guy got the girl. The cartoon Jackie Chan Adventures showed us and taught us a Chinese zodiac. He made cartoons and movies, and he's a dope guy too. Jackie Chan in a landslide. Jackie Chan.
It's tough to argue, man. We gotta listen, because that's boo thing. You gotta talk about what we talking about here. Are we talking about who would I would like to go on a date with, but more likely go on a date with? I don't even know. I don't even know. Jackie. Like, no. Bro, I'd fanboy out with Jackie, man. Crazy quick story, man. We went to the Egyptian theater, man. They were showing one of old school classic Jackie Chan film, and they said Jackie Chan was gonna be there. I go, what? I go, Jackie Chan's gonna be at the Egyptian theater just talking? So I tried to get there early. We got there kind of late, but I was like, we had a pretty good seat. And Jackie Chan came out, man, and he told a story. You know what I mean? And don't ask me how he got on the story about him just saying like the N-word a lot. But it's just the weirdest moment. So my first time ever not meeting Jackie Chan, seeing Jackie Chan in person, he went on the rant, but he didn't just say the N-word. He like said the N-word in the story.
Like he did in the first
and it was like this moment where the crowd was like, hey.
And he said it a lot.
He just kept saying it over it.
He kept
when I said that in the movie, I didn't get what the big deal was, but he kept saying it as he was like saying it. So it's always like this weird feeling I have when I think of Jackie, because that's my last memory of Jackie. I just said N, and I don't know why they came when I said N. And when I said N and then said N, they just got mad.
They just kept laughing. They just kept laughing when I said N.
I said, Jackie, we ain't laughing now, Jackie.
This smear campaign won't help you. Tell me why Margot Robbie's better.
I ain't smearing Jackie. I'm just it's just weird. Every time I think Jackie, I think about that crazy story. And I'm looking at Heidi, and there's like black people all over the place, and they're like, it was weird, man.
He just kept whispering. He just kept whispering me. He's like, Jackie, stop saying it, Jackie.
Saying it, Jackie, stop hurting it. But nah, man, I ain't putting over Margot Robbie over Jackie Chan. You must be crazy, man. I can't do it. You must be crazy.
I mean, you do got a veto.
Easy does it. Easy does it.
Yeah, you got that veto, man. I'm just saying.
Nah, I gotta go with Jackie, man. I gotta agree, man. Every now and again, me and Flobo will agree on this platform. Unfortunately,
I'm still waiting for the super kick. I agree, but
man, Jackie, Margot, I'm a longevity guy, man. It's not her fault that she's a baby, but it still matters something that somebody that's been making a movie since the 70s, still being here and put on one of his best films in The Foreigner in this stage of his life and his career. Yeah, man, Jackie Chan.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like we've got overwhelming for Jackie. DJ Reckless said, Jackie, what do you got? You got on Twitch.
I won one? Oh, man. It was
you got one. You got a dub.
Yeah. Kevin Correa, Z-Money, Wheel 5
Kevin Correa don't count. He keeps flip-flopping. I don't know why.
Yeah, flippity flop.
He did not flip-flop at this moment. So we're going to stop it there so Kevin Correa cannot flip-flop and Jackie. All right, Jackie. Okay. Sorry, my screen is acting weird. All right, so next category, we have good old ravioli. We have ravioli. Sorry, Lumpia wants to say something. Girl.
Struggle food category ravioli.
Ravioli. Yes, ravioli versus Frederick Krueger.
No.
Those are both yours, dude. Pick which one you want, man.
Flobo, you know what?
All you.
Let me check my Palm Pilot real quick. No, hold on. Let me listen, man. There ain't no way. And listen, I'm tired of listening. I'm tired of everybody. I'm tired of all y'all in this on this thing. I'm tired of everybody in the chat. We just can't put food over everything. Food just can't always win. Food can't always win. As delicious as it is, man, I gotta go with Frederico Krueger. I cannot live in the world. I cannot live in the world without Freddy Krueger. I grew up with him. I've laughed with him. I cried with him.
Yeah, we killed him right now.
You getting all into the minutia. We're not talking about what he did, and you bringing up old stuff. We're not talking about what he did, like turn into the entity that's old. That stuff that we ain't got to talk about that.
Okay, for sure.
But I love Freddy Krueger, man. You talking about longevity. You talking about consistency. You talking about one-liners, zingers. You talking about creative kills. We're talking about all these things, all encompassing into one great actor that is Robert Englund. Shout out to Wes Craven. God rest his soul. Freddy Krueger with the dub.
You know what? These are both Mackie choices. I can't believe I'm defending ravioli here. Canned ravioli, of which I still recommend only Chef Player D. The rest is trash. Cheddar is trash. But I tell you this, I have not seen a Freddy Krueger movie in about 8 years. But
it's your loss.
It's my loss. I've had ravioli before because I've been broke before. I've had $3 in my account before. And if I got $3 in my account, so little money that I'm buying canned ravioli, there are more things haunting my dreams than Freddy Krueger. I'm talking IRS, my rent. I'm holding my mom out. I'm going with ravioli all day.
All right. Well, I'm trying to look here.
Z Money says ravioli. Let's
Hater,
go,
man.
I mean,
you can't be hating Bordy, man.
Wheel 5 said Freddy. I got DJ Reckless saying Freddy.
Yo, a chef made it.
Kevin Correa, Freddy.
Yo, yours are wrong, man. Look, Freddy Krueger was all right. He's okay, but ravioli hits the spot when it's warm and it's filled with that meat you love. How am I a hater? I love ravioli. How's that? That sound like I hated you?
Hating on Frederico. Stop hating on
Frederico. He ain't a club in Miami. Come on, man.
That's what I call him. You know what I mean? I call him Frederico. Frederico.
Man, I might just have to use his veto if you keep pushing.
Man, Freddy Krueger is an icon, a legend, standing the test of time. You know what I mean? Half the people in my chat probably ain't had no Chef Boyardee ravioli. Therefore, I get the dub.
Yep. Oh, okay.
You have a veto.
I do have a veto.
Oh, we got Mike Gudge on in. We got Sarah, Sarah Bear. You know,
Hey, girl.
shout out. You know, all right.
If she would have seen that, she'd have been like, Freddie.
Oh yeah, Sorry, yeah. Sarah would have been all day Freddie. Sarah. Well, I don't know. She does like eating ravioli out of the can.
Sarah. Oh, that's right.
Oh,
She's like she did nasty damn. It's okay. We're moving on. I won.
Oh man, even the chef is like, "Oh, my creation."
I think we're in the round 3, and I believe was this the last round before? No, is this the last round before we can veto? I think it's the last round.
No, you still have. Well, I mean that's up to you because you still have these last 2 rounds.
Okay, yeah, semifinal as well. Okay, yep.
Oh, Sarah is laughing. Sarah is laughing. Also, she said thanks for telling my secret.
Yeah, everybody out there, Sarah eats cold ravioli out the can.
Get her!
I thought I have my life figured out until then.
She's an adult, I promise. She's
adult. She's an adult. What's the round 3?
Oh right, yes, we have round 3. Excellent. Beginning of round 3. Here we go. We have the Nintendo 64 gaming systems, and then we have it going against Essential app, Amazon.
Go ahead, Flobo.
Man, I will not stand, guys, ladies, people in the chat watching the show. You guys have seen the first Everything tournament. You saw how easy Evan Mack will sell out to Coca-Cola. Please do not make him sell out to Amazon.com in the app. Let's think about this. Nintendo 64, it's Joy in the Box, GoldenEye, Super Mario, Mario Kart, 64 bits of Rainbow Road just went into your eyeballs when you was a kid or something that was a little younger. We're talking about all those cartridges, going to the stores and saying, look, I'm going to pick one at random. And 8 times out of 10, it was great. I'm going to ask you this. Amazon's great if you know exactly what you want, but I would not wish browsing on my worst enemy. Going through bad reviews, going through knockoff parts. Come on, when it comes to hits versus misses, there are more hits on the Nintendo side.
All right, before I launch on Flowboy and jump through the screen and fight him, let me bring in my boy real quick. This is Jack Farmer right here.
Oh, Jack Farmer!
Hey, good to be here. What's up, guys?
We got my man, Jackie boy, Jack Farmer, man. Good to see you, man.
Sharecropper.
Got the 430 shadow.
Don't watch some AfterBuzz.
It's about a 422 shadow you working
It's a
on.
422. Right? Yeah, I'm worried. It takes
422 p.m.
Takes me 3 weeks to get 5 o'clock.
He's about 422 Pacific Standard Time. But listen. So we got Jack Farmer here, DJ extraordinaire, one of my good friends. I don't know if you heard Flobo's nonsensical soliloquy on 64. I don't know if you heard it, man. He made a lot of good points. Every time someone gets backed into the corner, they throw out Mario Kart because you can't argue Mario Kart. As soon as you say the 2 words Mario Kart, it's over. But before I launch, Jack, I wanted to get your thoughts. Nintendo 64 or Amazon? The app.
The app. Let me tell you something about both of these things here. Amazon's changed the world. Amazon's changed the way we shop. It changed the way we live.
That's what I heard.
But I don't remember Nintendo 64 taking anyone's jobs. I don't remember Nintendo 64 trying to take over the world. All I know is the Nintendo 64 creates beautiful childhood memories. Amazon, all they do is they take the jobs. They take jobs from people. They keep us inside. They keep us from going out and seeing our friends and family. But Nintendo, they brought us together. GoldenEye, you and 3 friends only. But it brought people together. Amazon, it's convenient. But it's also got a dark side where Nintendo 64, it's all good.
Oh my gosh.
This is very interesting, man. The hatred and the vitriol coming towards Amazon. Who has kept you haters fully stocked during this pandemic? This is so crazy.
Walmart.com.
This is how easily we'll forget. Everybody that's been Walmart. Listen,
Box.com, Walmart.com.
I just got like 10
I need some
packages
Facebook.
Amazon.
I need some Facebook votes over here.
Man, no, I'm getting killed right now.
Facebook.
I just checked the stock market just to let Jack Farmer know. I'm checking the stock market right now. For one share of Amazon, it costs you $2,762. I think they doing all right.
Yeah.
That's a lot of 64s.
You know how many Nintendo 64s you could pick up with that? Listen, forget any of the Mario games. Let's just the wrestling games. The like I said, the GoldenEye, Turok Dinosaur Hunter. Come on.
Shout out to Turok. I'm getting destroyed by everybody.
I got
the only one on my side, man.
I got Facebook over here. We've got DJ Reckless. He went N64. He went hard. He was like GoldenEye slaps. He's like Mario Party. Elliot Yee was like Legend of Zelda. But Evan Mack does have a very, very good friend of ours for a long, long time, especially for Evan. Andrea said, this isn't a fair question, but Amazon. She with you. Andrea.
Let me tell y'all something, all you haters. I don't want none of you haters that order Amazon Prime ever.
Oh, what? No, because I still watch my Kurt Russell movies. Yeah, I still watch my Kurt Russell movies. He killed him off last tournament. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh my God. Even Twitch, man. Twitch.
Yeah, Jennifer McGlynn said she got to go with Amazon. All right, it's not as far as landslide as I thought. I got a couple people starting to get on, but it's I think it's a moot point.
I mean, yeah, special guest here, you know.
Listen, you can replace you can have your Netflix replace Amazon. You can have your Walmart replace Amazon, but you can't replace the childhood memories that come from a Nintendo 64 and playing with your friends and getting accused of looking at other people's screens and then saying you're not looking at their screen, but you are looking at their screen because you're a cheater. That's me anyways.
Nothing more annoying than nostalgia. That's so annoying. It ain't my fault that I used to love N64, but I'm an adult. I'm a 36-year-old man. I'd be damned if I play N64 for my PlayStation right now. So because I'm a child in my childlike ways, and back in the day when I used to frolic and I used to be on the slip and slide.
I don't want to hear it. You said Snake Plissken 10 times last time, Evan. Come on. Which one is it?
Please don't. That's apples and oranges right there. Please don't do that.
It's like 3-10 for N64 right now.
I'm telling you right now, Evan. You got Kurt Russell behind you right now, looking longingly. You know what he's looking at? He's looking at a Nintendo 64, looking ready to play a game. He's bummed out. He's got to finish this suit. He's got that look on his face, like, man, someone took my turn.
I swear. I'm done, man. I'm done. All right, man. All right.
You got a veto. Right. You got a veto. Got a veto.
Well, no, we good.
Oh man! We good. I need like sound effects, like whoa.
We good.
I'm like, oh my gosh, and N64 takes the win. Like, all right,
that's the right call. Right side of history.
Wow. Nobody can get anything essential now. Everybody go out. Get the Corona.
Yeah. I want none of you haters picking it on Amazon now. Y'all better not.
All I'm saying is there's
on my boy. That's my boy right there. Halifax finest. He said Amazon. It's over though. It's over.
Those are everyone voting Amazon is just a Jeff Bezos bot just coming in trying to take.
Do you hear that? Baby, listen, this is the crazy thing. You know what's so funny about all these haters? They have all ordered something from Amazon. That's the crazy part.
I ordered something today.
Come on, man.
Yo, I like Margot Robbie, but I still defend Jackie Chan. Come on.
I'm trying to say, like, you can't go that hard at Jeff Bezos if you order some stuff. $2,000 a share? Go ahead, baby. Move on. Let's move on. Go. I'm going to fight everybody in this chat virtually.
Every tournament.
I'm send the hate emoji real quick with a fist. I sent a fist in the chat.
The fist means it.
Okay, next category. We have the video game fighting style Mortal Kombat. All right, versus something that everyone has gone hard for apparently.
Hard, because he's still here.
Gone hard for Uncle Phil.
Mackie, what?
Listen. We gotta stop this madness right now on this Tuesday afternoon. I don't know who's in this chat. I don't know what y'all doing to me right now. Hey, is it you, Will Five Stud? Have you turned your back on me?
He turns to me all the time.
Who would turn their back on your boy? Listen, if one of y'all haters say Uncle Phil over Mortal Kombat, listen, how you Mortal Kombat? Mortal Kombat, the video game Mortal Kombat. Your cute little TV moments, your little cutesy moments with the little TV dad who's really not a dad. He's an uncle. He's a dad. I don't even know what he is.
He's a dad. Stop. You know what I know? Stuff. He's a dad.
He is a dad.
Listen, I will
not Will's dad.
I'll get to you in a minute. It is Mortal Kombat. It is going away. It is the Lin Kuei ninjas, Sub-Zero and Scorpion and Noob Saibot and so on and so forth. We got Reptile. We got Kano, Katana. Listen, Shao Kahn, Motaro, Gitaro, Sindel, Shiva, Lord have mercy, Cabal, Striker, Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade, Cassie Cage. Mortal Kombat. I'll just name the names, man. Maybe one of them will resonate with one of you haters in the chat. Mortal Kombat. Flobo, what say you?
I like how you read from the scripture of fighting games. Striker, Katana, Malin.
Straight up, boy.
What are you doing? Yo, look, first of all, y'all, I wanted to see Evan blow his top, so vote for Uncle Phil anyway, out of spite, but I will say this.
Oh, man.
When we were all kids, we all loved Mortal Kombat. Going over to your friend's house and playing it, whether you had the blood code version or no blood code version. 1, 2, 3, Gold, Deadly Alliance, Deception, all that stuff. Great, fantastic series. And then even one of the greatest series of all time. But I say this. When you, as a grown man, have played Mortal Kombat last, till now, had time passed. But how many times and experiences have you been in there and you've been like, hey, where can I show my compassion? Where can I show my leadership? Where can I show my attitude? You see, Uncle Phil was the archetype for how to be not only a dad, a loving father, but a part of his community. Hold on, I ain't done yet. I'll let you speak, good sir. But when I was a kid and I was playing Mortal Kombat and watched Uncle Phil, my mom saw me and I watched Uncle Phil, I never got my ass busted. So I'm going to go with Uncle Phil because he's the best dad of all time.
Jack Farmer, what say you, man? Man.
Listen, I'll tell you, man. Growing up, Mortal Kombat. That game was so cool. Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, and I'd say even now, man, the new ones, Mortal Kombat XL, and I think 11, whatever they're on now. But you got to admit, in the middle, they dipped a little bit. You know who didn't dip a little bit? Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil was consistent. Just a
Uncle
consistent
Phil got
line.
Two different colors.
Hey. So he's got two eyes. No big deal. Listen, let me tell you something. You listed some names, Evan. I'm gonna list some names. I'm gonna list RoboCop, Terminator, Predator, Jason Voorhees. You know what those are? Those are special guest stars Mortal Kombat brought in because the franchise was dying. Something that Fresh Prince never had to do because they had Uncle Phil holding it down.
Oh, God.
Evan's gonna kill you.
Somebody came to go hard.
It's very interesting that these are the arguments that I'm hearing, but the new Mortal Kombat that's dropped, the highest grossing fighting game ever, that means nothing. So that doesn't mean anything.
No, he said it counts. He said it dips in the middle.
But you if you talk about the dips, but I'm all about the Janet Jackson. What have you done for me lately? And lately, what they are doing is consistently destroying the fighting game world so much that people don't even want to come out and make a fighting game no more. They don't even want to make them. They're like, why make a fighting game? Because Mortal Kombat's just gonna bring the Joker into our game. Why are we gonna do it? Listen, Boone and Tobias have restarted. They've set the standard so much so that they want DC wants them to make their video games now. It's crazy. It's bananas. The injustices of the world, that belongs to Tobias and Boone. Flip the name. You get Noob Saibot. There's layers to this stuff, man.
Tao Feng.
That's toasty. That's a toasty argument.
I don't even know what the chat's saying, baby. What's the chat saying? They got me all in my feelings right now.
You had on my chat, you had DJ Reckless going Uncle Phil. So, but you got Twitch, though. You have Twitch with Kevin Correa and Wheel 5 Stud. Oh, and Z Money. So 3. I mean, right now you made an interesting argument about it being the highest grossing fighting game of all time. But this is also a world where we've got SoundCloud rappers who are breaking sales records. They're not better than
Exactly. Just because you're outselling people today, it's a different world. It doesn't count anymore. You can't compare things that are selling today to things from years ago.
Hold on, Jack. You just compared the music listening to video game play? Hold on,
we do this tournament all the time. That's what we do.
No.
That's literally what the tournament is, isn't it?
No.
Listen, we'll compare online shopping to.
SoundCloud is free. SoundCloud is free, right?
What was that?
$59. So what I'm trying to say is, if you go out to spend $62+ on a game, you have faith in it. With all due respect, I can click on SoundCloud and listen to any Joe Blow. It ain't costing me $62.
I'm up there too. Yeah.
What about the current state of the economy makes you think people are good with their money, Evan?
What I'm trying to say is, if you pay $62 for a video game, it's because you're freaking good. But it ain't making no sense.
If I was making sense, I could afford your bad video games. But
oh snap!
Z Money, my vote is MK. We're good. I'm not worried about Jack making SoundCloud over 62 out of game.
I love the new Mortal Kombats, but Uncle Phil is a staple of life here. He's taught so many people, myself included, that someday I should be a judge. I should have a house in Bel Air. He's Uncle Phil. He's great.
Aspirational and relatable.
My real parents teach me, not no damn TV show.
I mean, that's called supplemental stuff. You have your parents, and then the TV show comes in.
Your parents shouldn't be letting you play such a violent video game, Evan.
I turned out all right, didn't I?
I can name every single Mortal Kombat character, but I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm cool.
Counting
in alphabetical order.
Mortal Kombat has won, unless no.
So all that nonsense and all that hoopla and Mortal Kombat goes through. So you got a veto, Flobo. You can use it.
Jennifer McGlynn.
Oh, I got votes, Facebook votes. I got on yours, Jennifer, Uncle Phil, Elliot. He went Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil.
DJ Reckless.
Oh, yeah, DJ Reckless and Uncle Phil. Okay,
listen,
wait.
No finisher is as big as Uncle Phil throwing Jazzy Jeff out the front door. It's not.
Hello, Moto. Uncle Phil.
Moto, where you been, baby? Where you been?
Oh my gosh! Why is Uncle Phil so amazing?
Yeah, because he is.
The best part about this whole situation. It's beautiful. You know what? I'm glad all y'all taters in the chat because I can't wait. I cannot wait to see Flobo argue Uncle Phil over Nintendo 64. Can't wait.
So hold on. People come to your chat and your show. You call them haters all the time. Listen, you haters.
See the difference between you and I is my chat. The chat is 100%. They have their own mind. Last week you thinking I'm setting them up.
I did. I totally did.
Oh, but that's not how it works. I'm a man of the people. The people have spoken. Uncle Phil moves forward, and there's no problems about that.
There's a veto, man.
It's honesty. Oh, there's no need because you got to bounce out Nintendo 64 or Uncle Phil in the next round. I'm good. I'm great.
It'll be great watching the turn when it's.
I Phil now.
I can't wait. I just realized who's in the next round. I forgot.
Uncle Phil has moved forward. Okay.
Uncle
all
Phil,
right. Thank you, chat.
Bodied Mortal Kombat, y'all.
All these late votes that came in.
Late voters. Y'all some late voters, man.
They're still valid. They're all valid.
Okay.
They're still
this
Amazon
one
bots.
I feel like it's also pretty an epic choice here. We have the Backstreet Boys. Very epic, boy band. All right. Beat out NSYNC, beat out Bruno Mars. Going against McDonald's.
True.
I gotta go first.
That's tough.
That is my middle school right there. That's my middle school years right there.
Backstreet Boys and McDonald's.
After class, go to McDonald's and the Backstreet Boys.
Me too. I said about ninth grade. That's about ninth grade for me.
That's what's up. Wow. They're both great. And unlike other brackets in the tournament, I'll be sad to see one of these two go. But of the two, I gotta give it to Mickey D's, and here's why. Backstreet Boys are the greatest boy band of all time, but if they no longer exist, I can survive in a second and third ripoffs. McDonald's. We're talking about Mayor McCheese and the Grimace. We're talking about Happy Meals. We're talking about collecting those toys and telling your friends you got the toy they didn't even have. We're talking playing Monopoly when you were a teenager. You're like, I'm getting Park Place and Boardwalk. You can't compare it. McDonald's all the way. And if you're in Australia, say Macca's. I'm going with the Golden Arches.
That's tough, man. Jack, what say you, brother?
There's a lot of empty calories in this feud here. A lot of empty calories. Look, I'm gonna say that both of these teams have a bit of an empty calorie vibe to them. But the difference is, Backstreet Boys are all wholesome. You know, you're gonna feel good. You're gonna feel good about yourself. You're gonna have a good time. You're gonna sing along. It's not gonna hurt you. McDonald's, you're gonna get fat. You're gonna have heart problems. You're gonna be sweaty and things like that. It's sweaty. Backstreet Boys is just fun. There's no harm in listening to Backstreet Boys. You have a good time, you feel good, it puts a smile on your face, and if you dance, you even lose some calories, so they're good for you. I think that overall, Backstreet Boys, there's no negative to the Backstreet Boys. They win. McDonald's, they're taking over every corner, putting a McDonald's up, and I will say those McFlurries, those are pretty good though.
Oreo McFlurry fire. It don't hurt that Jack Farmer plays that often at his wedding gigs. It don't hurt that often. You don't play
everybody.
DJ Reckless, same way. All of us, DJ Reckless, you and I, put that Backstreet Boys because it slaps every time.
Every time.
It is a slapper.
I like how Elliot started. I like how Elliot started a line and Flobo ended it.
Yeah.
It's like, you are my fire.
I want you guys to realize that Jack took empty calories and said the Backstreet Boys are wholesome, and that's why they should move on. They have nutritional content. That's how much they should go for it. But
yeah, that's tough, man. I'm going Backstreet Boys though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going Backstreet Boys, man. Gotta go Backstreet Boys, man. It's just delightful and fun, and they're just good natured, man. And they're just, you know what I mean. Listen, like, and I'm telling you right now, my diet is all kind of crazy because of McDonald's, man. You know what I mean? Y'all got my cholesterol up, y'all got my blood pressure all up, man. And I'm gonna tell you, and just like Jack said, when I'm dancing the Backstreet Boys, I'm losing weight. You know what I'm saying? I'm losing calories. I'm burning calories. You know what I'm saying? Jay Kalenko, my boy, my brother from another mother's at McDonald's, been stacking bodies since 1953. He ain't lying, man.
Yo, that's savage, yo.
He means dead humans.
BSB yoga versus McDonald's.
Street Boys. And I'm telling you, it's weird because Backstreet Boys, I think, is winning right now. I think
they are, yeah.
Listen, when you listen to Backstreet Boys, they ask the question, am I sexual? And the answer is yes. But if you're eating McDonald's and you say, am I sexual? The answer is usually no.
No.
Am I sexual?
I have a memory. It's the only time that as a kid, you're with your parents. My parents went hard with me in the car with this song. And it's like the one time that, are you sexual? Like, nobody was like weird. We were like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like, what? Weird.
He's inquiring. He's not even cocky with it. He's asking her the question.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have it, you know, it was tied over on Twitch, but Facebook, at least on my side, they were all BSB. But you did have McDonald's, your Jennifer McDonald's there. But
Jennifer's a real one. I like her. Just saying.
But it looks like Backstreet Boys are beating out McDonald's. Yeah. Looks like they're going on.
You do have a veto. I dare you to
You got a veto too.
Bye.
Here's the thing, guys. I would use a veto here. I really would. But I did not want to have food win another one because McDonald's should win everything. I can't lie to you. So I'm not going to use it here. So.
Wow.
But if it was this tournament one, I would definitely have a veto right here.
He's being more shrewd. Flobo's being more shrewd with the veto. Jacob, I don't know if you know what that's about, but each tournament, each of us have one veto. If something is not going the way we want, we can push one thing through despite any way the votes go. So and we have one. We can't use it in the finals, of course. And Flobo's holding this veto tight to the
just
vest
me.
right now.
You holding it too?
I was about to say, hold it till the end. Wait till the end.
Why you bringing up old stuff? No, Jesse, this is the problem. That sounds logical, but this is why Kurt Russell got bounced. He used it like first round, man. Second round, he bounced him, man.
Justice for Kurt.
No, he killed off Red Bull. No, he killed off Red Bull. He sold out the Coca-Cola, wore a Coke shirt like a shill.
Have you seen Soldier? That's the underrated Kurt Russell movie right there.
But now it doesn't exist. Moving on.
Soldier is a nugget. What we got?
DJ Reckless, he also said that I remember this. The Backstreet Boys, they did their jingle, did McDonald's jingle like in a commercial.
No, that was Timberlake. Yeah.
No, but they did a long ago, like long time ago when we were a kid. Like they did it. Yeah, like I think they were all like sitting in.
Their combined powers.
This is a receipt. Backstreet Boys like, we helped make you. Now we're gonna break you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll kill apple pies. I hope y'all happy.
This is the end, the last one in our third round, and we go to semifinals. So we now have Jackie Chan versus Freddy Krueger.
You up, bro?
And Evan, go.
I can't go Freddy here, man. I can't do it. Man. Chan is just.
What about me, Federico?
Man, Federico, man, you know what I mean? Federico Krueger.
What?
Yeah, he's Hispanic and French, but it's Krueger. No, I can't do it, man. I love Jackie too much, man. What he's done, what he's represented, literally changing the game for a lot of the people that like a lot of the brothers that like martial arts movies, and they would watch Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee or anybody back in the jet, and they would watch films. Like the brothers liked it, and then he did one step further. He like did a movie with a brother, you know what I mean? He worked on like his craft because his excellence, he's so great. So he like worked on his English to be able to tap into the English market, you know what I mean? Because he was tired of people doing dubs for him. So he's like, I'm gonna learn English. That opened up a whole new market for him to do Rush Hour and to do these other movies in America, and really made him a household name, man. It's tough for me to put Federico over Jackie, man. Jackie all the way, man.
I agree.
Yeah. I agree. Funny enough, I read the biography of Jackie Chan a long time ago.
Stuff, man.
He did a lot of cool. He came from nothing. He came very much from nothing. And also, I just feel weird about voting for any old guy that messes with children too much. It's just weird. It's just a weird thing to vote for.
Why'd you pick him, Evan? Why?
So why you bringing up old stuff?
Hey, run away, honey.
I gotta go Jackie Chan.
Up old stuff.
I'm saying.
Dang, go, Freddie. Like I'm trying. I was trying to respect you as a creative killer, man.
Vito?
You're a murderer, but you're pretty creative about how you go about it.
Oh, you creative, boy.
I mean, everyone is saying Jackie Chan. He's
an icon, man. All jokes aside, man, he's an icon, man. For real.
I think it's
he's special, man.
He's going through. So bye, Freddie. Everybody, I hope you all have a good night rest.
I got energy drinks. I'm cool.
You didn't vote for me.
Hey, yeah, don't go to sleep. You know I'm on it.
No, you misunderstood.
I gave him
But I mean, if we're going by the logic of our game here, it actually means that he no longer exists. So you might all be safe, okay? Because you destroyed him.
Yeah, we destroyed him. We destroyed Federico.
All right. Yeah. Again, I need a drum roll, like semifinals. Okay. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there.
The last round. Use that veto.
Last round. We have the Nintendo 64.
Oh, come on!
Which everyone is going so hard for.
Because it's true.
But now...
Very hard for video games since they don't play no more. But go ahead.
Also going very hard.
Bring up old stuff.
For Uncle Phil.
We'll play it at all. Let's go hard for something that we don't play. Go ahead, man.
Why you gotta be like that? Why you
Because
gotta
it's
be like that?
true.
No,
So
it's
now-
not. It's
now,
not
Flobo,
true.
you're-
Yo, hold
You're
on.
I do have my
Jack
Nintendo
Farmer.
64 still hooked up right now as we speak.
The last time you played it
2 months ago. No.
All right
like,
then.
ago.
To be
2
fair,
months
to be
ago.
fair, like end of March, it was quarantine started.
When was the last time you watched a Freddy Krueger
You
movie?
played it because of the quarantine. Interesting. You know what I played before the pandemic? PlayStation 4, because I'm not a kid anymore, man. I like really good video game systems now. Like, it's ridiculous.
My name
I
is-
used to love that system. It is done. My Nintendo Switch can play 50 of those games now. I don't care about the 64 no more. Are you serious?
Watching as I've watched the news unfold, something I've learned that you're supposed to do when you get older is force your childhood on the next generation. Force the way you grew up on the next generation. That's how you do it, Evan. That's the way we've always done it.
And it's like, we don't have kids yet.
Like, what I'm trying to say is your childlike ways, how you force it up, but not just the things you played. They're outdated.
Yeah.
They're outdated.
He's so angry, man. Why are you so mad? How do you sit there and be like, oh,
Do I-
Evan,
do I-
mad?
do-
I can't do
Do
the
I really?
childhood thing.
Do you really think I'm angry right now? It's just
Nah, I'm
hilarious
messing
to
with
me
you. I'm
because
messing with you.
everybody else is mad. They don't even play the 64.
I will say,
I know they
He's
don't.
mad. He's mad.
in defense of, to play devil's advocate, to go against the 64, every character on the Nintendo 64 did kind of look like a crackhead with a square box for a head.
Whoa.
Like, if you look at their faces, they always look like play GoldenEye and look at any of the guards, and they all look like
Jack
they've
Farmer
gotten
uncensored this week. What is going on, man?
Breaking Bad.
You think you know someone, man?
Like, look at I mean,
I don't know which one you're picking then. I don't know what you want me to say.
Oh no, I didn't. I'm just,
Who
I
you
just, I
picking,
just, I just,
Oh,
I was just
you-
cracking up that everyone's like that 64 is in the damn semifinals, and no none of y'all play it.
Flo, but these are your loves here.
I,
What,
look,
who,
I love
Oh,
them
I'm
both.
good.
I do love them
I'm
both,
with
man.
you.
I love them both. Here's the thing, man. I would say this. Last time I played N64 was last Christmas because I went home and last August I went home and I cracked open the box and it still worked. N64 and GameCube, and the fun is still there. The enjoyment is still there because gameplay doesn't
GameCube.
age. It doesn't age. No, gameplay doesn't age. It doesn't age. Now, Uncle Phil, still one of the greatest dads of all time. I love him too. I love the fact that he was equal parts loving, equal parts firm. And for some times when my pops had to work 3 jobs and he wasn't home, I used to watch that show all the time. It's like, what would my dad do? Oh,
It's a great show, bro.
I shouldn't do that. It's supplemental parenting, not the whole parenting. So I have fond memories of that show as well. But when it comes down to it, if I have to pick one of the two, I think there's a lot more good vibes with an N64. How many times after school we got together and played a couple rounds? How many times we talked about, ooh, which girl likes you for that prom over N64? It was the original barbershop. It was the original club. I'm going with N64 all the way.
Unbelievable.
wow.
Unbelievable.
I mean, well, Evan, I mean,
Flo-
you went not hard against both of these. So who are
I
you
don't
picking?
care.
Oh, Jack
Bobo,
Farmer, then.
you've both sold me and unsold me on the 64. I'll be honest, because the GameCube, I'll just say, GameCube was trash. That was a terrible
Trash!
system.
No, I
That
was saying I went
and it
home
reminds,
and
and now it
unboxed
just
those.
reminds me that games, as they get older, like, I'll be honest, if you play GoldenEye right now, it's almost unplayable. I like the memory. I like the memory, but it's actually almost unplayable. I put it in and I get frustrated and I say, this isn't the game I remember it being.
Your eyes hurt.
And then
But that's not it now. It's did it ever exist? Did it ever exist? That was the
So in the time, it was great. Where I would say you could still put on an old episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Uncle Phil is still just as great as he was. But to Evan's point, when was the last time I put in an old episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Oh, that's all the time. Just hit like any button at random with your remote control. 20 channels. Oh, snap.
Yeah, I like Fresh Prince. Fresh Prince is not one of my top 5 shows. I like it a lot though. I do. And I like Will and Alfonso. They're amazing. The whole cast is great though. Everyone has their moments. Everyone has things they bring to the table. Like I said, when I watched the show, it wasn't for fatherly moments and stuff. It just wasn't. I had a daddy. You know what I mean? I never quote Uncle Phil. No, there's nothing that I've done in my life that what would Uncle Phil do. That's just how I am personally. So like shows never resonate with me based on what they teach me. I have present parents. You know what I mean? So like it's one of them things where like I laugh. I like the laughter and I love the the things they do. And I'm a weird kid. I used to watch stuff for like, the acting ability and things like that. You know what I mean? I'm a Golden Girls guy sometimes, and Columbo, and those are my kind of shows. I mean, like, and Martin was my show, and Living Color was my show. Like, Family Matters was my Fresh Prince. You know what I mean? And it was great because Carl, man, just.
I will say, I saw you had Carl. You had Carl before this. Carl Winslow I would have gone harder for Carl Winslow.
That's
how I am though. Like Jack, that's what I'm saying. Because those moments, being a kid that was picked on and stuff like that, that resonated with me more. The way he would treat Steve at the end of the day. You know what I mean? All jokes aside, he would always give him life advice because apparently Steve Urkel's parents didn't like him at all. You know what I mean? So when anytime, like if I was getting, like I used to get picked on as a kid, when I was like that nerdy kid, and then when I would see those moments that Carl would have with him, those moments were beautiful to me. You know what I mean? Watching those kind of things. Mr. Feeney, Boy Meets World, he had a couple good moments and stuff like that. But yeah, man.
That's
so if anybody, because I don't know if it's gonna work, but I need this Nintendo 64 nonsense to end. I guess I'll just go Uncle Phil just based on because he's light skinned. I don't know. I got nothing. Phil.
Yeah, I don't think anyone should watch a sitcom just for dad moments. Like, oh, please tell me how to be a good son. That's weird. That's creepy. Don't do that.
The reason why I'm saying that is because that's what everyone always says to me when they say about the show. I go, that's not why I watch the show. I watched it for Will to act a fool. But like, I get those cool moments, man. But I told you, man, my dad was the one always like, boy, don't do this. Boy, you should do that.
You know what?
My mom was like, baby, do this, so don't do that. I was parented, you know what I mean? So I never looked at it for parenting.
I was parented. Yes.
I'm just saying I was parented, man. What you want me to say, man? I was parented. What you want me to do?
that sells me. I think I'm gonna go Nintendo 64 on this one because now that you think about it, there's not like a specific Phil moment that I say that this is the moment, but I do have moments playing the Nintendo 64 that I would say, oh yeah, me and my buddies, I remember this moment or this game coming out or whatever. I have specific memories to that. Where Phil, it's just more like you're right. There's not like a line he said that I'm like, oh, that was a really great line or that was the moment. He was great, but there's not that specific memories where the 64 has them. So I think I go 64 if I have to choose.
And let me
crackhead characters and all.
Nintendo 64, man. Yeah, let me be clear, man. Great console for the time, man. It's a great console, man. It changed the game. I said it last time we were on the show. It changed the game, man. They made Mario 3D for the first time ever on that thing, man. It was it set things apart, man. With all due respect, I'm a 36-year-old man. I don't play it no more.
Is that the first time Donkey Kong is like 3D too? Is it that or is the
Super Nintendo?
I think he was technically 3D on
Super Nintendo.
I think the Donkey Kong Country was technically
3D sprite on 2D.
Yeah, it was 3D, but you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like that full rotation screen with the camera, with the Mario.
Yeah.
It changed the game, man. It's just I don't play it no more. I'm playing like the original Last of Us right now on PlayStation 4, and I'm like, we gotta stop, man. That thing look realer than me, man. We gotta stop.
Yeah.
I'm actually some pixels, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro.
Last of Us makes
are these real people?
Yeah, Last of Us makes real life seem very blurry and out of focus.
I said, it's too crisp. How is this the old game? What in the hell is the PlayStation 5 going to look like? I can't stand it. But y'all keep playing y'all 64, all right? Don't touch my PlayStation 5. Don't touch it.
I mean, it was better, by the way. The point was overall.
Oh, you can't say it's better. You can't.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing, like a pop culture thing. Like if I think of pop culture, that the picture of a console was so unique. Bam, it's in your face. Okay, all right, whatever. All right, vote.
I mean, it's like you got like one Uncle Phil to like everyone else, like DJ Reckless.
It's in the finals,
Elliot, whether I like it 64, yeah. Z Money, Wheel 5 Stud. Like,
is there a veto happening, sir?
This is the last round. It can be used.
What if you both veto on the next match?
That's the question. See, that's when we haven't decided on if it's a veto on top of veto in the last thing.
Because Evan didn't even use the veto.
No,
did you? Did you? I mean, no. Last tournament. Did you use
the way? To me, the way this is going to work is if somehow we both veto the last thing, then that has to go strictly to the chat. I had to go strictly to the
Fair
Jack.
enough, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Flobo getting on my damn nerves right now.
I always get that. I come on, I say, "Are you mad?" and I leave. That's what I do every Tuesday night.
All
Jack
right.
Farmer hating on Mortal Kombat, boy. I swear to God.
I hit a Mortal Kombat on Tuesday nights because I bought so many Coca-Colas. I bought so many copies of Mortal
No,
Kombat.
yeah. No, all joke, listen, in all seriousness, this is why I think the tournament's funny, man, because it forces me to go against things I love, you know, man. Because I love Uncle Phil. I love Uncle Phil. I love the 64. It's the only video game system I ever begged for. Was a Nintendo 64. Full disclosure. It's the only one I ever begged my mom for ever. I was like, Mom, I need it. And I never thought she'd get it. And I don't know how she got it, but she got it, man. And I was like, oh my God. On Christmas Day, man. Yeah. It was in the day the console was released. The year it was released. I never forget it, man. I was sitting around and I was opening up, you know, you're opening up presents and you're getting them the clothes, man. And I was like, and you're trying to act like you're not mad, you know. And there was this one box, and there was just one. I never forget it. Yeah, no, yeah, seriously, and I never forget there was this one box left, and it was like a box like this big, with console size, of course, but it was like in and this is when you're a kid, you don't know that you can put things in other things without them looking like the thing. You're a kid, at least I wasn't the smartest kid ever. Yeah, no, but like I was like, what's this stupid freaking like brown box? I was like, I was really tight. I was like, because it was the last gift. I was like, oh my God, man, that's the only thing I ever wanted. Bro, and then like, I'm like, oh my God! But as a good kid that is well raised, Flobito, I was like, this is pretty good. This is pretty.
You
good.
need more Uncle Phil in your life.
Apparently so. No, but so I'm sitting around and I'm like, man, I said this is probably not the system, man, but it's cool. Whatever it is, you know, I'm sure it's cool because it's a kind of a big box. So I like slowly opened it up and there's no wrapping on or anything like that. There's like some kind of covering over it. Man, I tore that thing off and seen that N64 box, man. I like ran out the house, dude. I never forget. It was beautiful, man. So it was like that system always has a special place in my heart. But I'd be damned if I put it in the finals, even though it's there right now.
But you had a pop culture. Forget it. I quit. Moving on.
If I could go back in time, I would use my one chance to go back in time to put more clothes in the Nintendo 64 box after you ran away.
No, dude, it was great. Dude, it was a great moment. It was a great moment. It was a great moment, man. It was. Like I said, the only system I've ever really asked for and got. My mom pulled it off. We were in Alabama. Never forget it, man. It was beautiful. Played the system like till the wheels fell off. Had a GoldenEye attached to it. You know what I mean? It was oh God, what a great system, man. But that's what this tournament does, man. It forces me to go against things I really love.
Yeah, I will say it is interesting because before this I was just like Uncle Phil is great, Nintendo 64 is great, and then as soon as we get to the next round, I'm like crackheads, no memorable moments.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Super kick everybody.
That's what it does.
Like, it's just
a couple rounds before, I was like, Margot Robbie, she ain't never losing. And then it's like Margot Robbie, Jackie Chan. I'm like, hey, hold on, wait a minute, hold on, Margot, hold on, man. Rush hour.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
So, oh my, so N64 going to the finals. To the finals. My goodness, Uncle Phil finally died. Gosh,
it took him a while.
Finally died, Heidi.
Man,
partial.
Shout out to Uncle Phil. Shout out, God rest his beautiful soul, man.
Went down swinging too.
Definitely. Wow. All right, now another epic choice here. Another choice. We have the Backstreet Boys. Okay, all 5 of them versus Jackie Chan.
Even Howie? Evan, you up?
Even Howie.
The
one forgotten.
Chat, I'm gonna need you on this one.
Yeah. That is kind of funny because the last 2 were more like that was Flobo, and now this time it's Evan.
Jackie boy, go man, go ahead, man. While I mull this over.
So this is what I'm thinking. The Backstreet Boys are great, right? They can dance, they can sing, they can perform. They could have a show anywhere, anytime, and they would probably tear it down. But the one guy that could take on 5 other dudes at once is Jackie Chan. He's built to take on a group of dudes
tough.
Built, like, this is what he's made for, to take on 5 guys at once. I think, look, I mean, you can sing and you can dance all you want, but Jackie Chan's jumping out of buildings, fighting ninjas. He's blowing up, and he's telling jokes. He's doing all sorts of stuff, and he's doing it by himself. He doesn't have anyone to bail him out when things go wrong. He's got to make it happen every single time. If I'm choosing, it's a Sophie's choice, but I'm going Jackie Chan.
That movie was messed up, by the way.
It is a messed up movie. Flobo, go ahead, Flobo. Can you go?
I like how you supposed to go. It's your round, but look, I'm saying.
I'm getting emotional right now.
Yo, they're both great, man, and I can't see the future, but Jackie should win this, man. He's one of a kind. You can't compare him to anything. He's not. He's in his own category on different things: acting, the comedic martial arts, his longevity, his global citizenship. The Backstreet Boys are great. They're top, but you can say, well, in Thick or well, New Kids in the Block, they're kind of like this meets that. You can't do that with Jackie, and that alone puts him ahead, in my opinion.
Come on, chats. We need you to
how
vote.
about this? This is another argument for Jackie Chan. If you think of like hit songs from Backstreet Boys, how many do you think of? When you think of big movies from Jackie Chan, how many do you think of? I think there's more Jackie Chan movies than there are Backstreet Boys songs.
I disagree with that. That's interesting. I disagree with that. I disagree with that wholeheartly because Jackie Chan is still, even though it's crazy, even though he's a global phenomenon, he's still cult. I've still met people that have never watched a Jackie Chan movie. Still. And their first movie out of their mouth is Rush Hour. He was making movies since the 70s, and their first movies out of their mouth is Rush Hour.
And
like
you could name 3 Rush Hours and still be true.
But you don't name 3 Rush Hours. But you don't.
Well, 2. You're in 2 Rush Hours.
What's the one with Owen Wilson or
Shanghai Nights?
What about Shanghai Nights?
But those are commercially made for way further ahead. When it comes to like Backstreet Boys songs, they have way more hits. Universally in the world, they are huge, man. I'm telling you. Jackie has a cult martial arts following. China loves him. Like, we love him. The brothers love him. Jack loves him. But I'm telling you, from like a commercial standpoint, Backstreet Boys they're like a global phenomenon. They really are. I have to give them their due. And I really do have to give them their due to be a boy band and have that kind of pull. To be a boy band and still have people like men dragging their like you know what, I'll go see a Backstreet Boys concert. I know more dudes and I've seen more dudes sing "I Want It That Way" in a bar than any song. Real talk. Next to Journey song, but like they will sing that song. They will sing. Babe, how many times have you seen people sing a grown men sing a Backstreet Boys song?
Especially during wrestling things. When we've been gone to WrestleManias and stuff. It's popped out.
How many times?
Like, for real.
It's crazy.
I gotta ask you, Evan. You're a consistent guy, right? Like when you say something, you follow through, right?
He flip-flops all the time.
I mean, how much does it cost to listen to a Backstreet Boys song? $1 off iTunes? How much does it cost to go to see a movie? It costs way more when you're talking about popcorn and drinks and movie tickets and things like that. Now, just a second ago, you talked about how Mortal Kombat was more expensive than any type of song or music out there. Indeed. Isn't this kind of the same thing? But
I'm gonna tell you why it's not. Because your argument was. Let me tell you why it's not. Because your argument was. I was arguing Mortal Kombat selling a lot, and you said SoundCloud. Like I said, SoundCloud's free though, isn't it?
So
like what I'm trying to say is everyone is all cute when it's free, but when you have to pony up, that's when things get real. That's when things get really, really real, man. That's when they're like, you know what? We good. But one thing I know is when I've sat next to her and my wife and watched many of Jackie Chan movies, but I still have never seen her excitement when I sent her down to Vegas with her best friend for one time to watch the Backstreet Boys. I swear to God, I have never seen her that excited.
Oh, damn.
And I've seen a million.
Oh, man, that was crazy. Time at 34 years old. I got a great husband, man.
Well, let me ask you this: if you had, and this is a fair question. You can go either way. Totally understand. But if you had the opportunity to go see Backstreet Boys do their thing live, or you could watch Jackie Chan do his stunts live on a stage, which would you go see?
See, like I said, Jackie Chan's my guy, man. I'm trying to be objective about it, though. You know what I mean? I'm trying to look at it from a perspective where it's not as easy and clear cut as I think it is, just because I can rattle off. I've seen more Jackie Chan movies than probably any movie. That's like I said, when I was growing up, we didn't have much money. My parents found a way to give me all the martial arts movies. I seen Jackie Chan movies people don't even know exist. You know what I mean? I've seen that stuff that they ain't even made it. They ain't even dubbed that. They ain't dubbed it in English yet. You know what I mean? It's in Cantonese. So
it's coming soon.
So it's really tough. So it's tough for me to even think. Jackie Chan is the champion of this damn tournament. However, I must give them their due. And I used to be one of those people that think NSYNC was over Backstreet Boys, and then I woke up and I was like, man, I might have made a mistake.
No.
I might have made a boo. I might have made a boo boo.
It's like
I might have made a boo boo here.
It's like Mortal Kombat scripture and Backstreet Boys. I seen the light.
I said I might have made a boo boo here.
NSYNC, I think the NSYNC people are looking back with rose tinted glasses because Justin Timberlake blew up, and so they're like, "Oh, Justin Timberlake's great." So NSYNC was great, but at the time, Backstreet Boys by a mile.
And because of him, they will never get back together unless he's like 80. I don't know.
That's another the reason why there's like I said, there's no conversation between those two bands like people think there is because they are still together. Together. But man.
This is a tough one. I personally feel it's Jackie Chan. But it's tougher than I'm making it sound. It's just because Jackie Chan is great.
What's the vote split? I'm trying to find out.
Well, I mean, yeah, we had one for Backstreet Boys, but that was Kevin Correa, so he flipped. And then
the flip flop.
he did the flip flop, and then but yeah, almost everyone's going Jackie. Yeah, you got DJ Reckless. You have Z Money. Yeah, Wheel 5 Stud. Like, yep, Elliot Yee, Jackie. I think your friend Jen also. Yeah, Jackie. Jackie.
Whew. No vetoes.
Well, I mean, this is Flobo's choice, so I'm just saying. Unless he wanted to be weird. And
this is one of those ones that you feel dirty about no matter what.
Yeah. It was me all along, Austin.
All right, hold on. Before we move on, let me bring in my girl. Carly!
Carly!
Hey. This boo thing right here, this is my girl, my sister, this is Carly. This Jack Farmer is my good friend Flobo, good friend Jack. Baby, I just want you to understand something here. When you were with the delay, the technical difficulties we're having, we put Backstreet Boys versus Jackie Chan. Backstreet Boys just got their ass kicked by Jackie Chan. That's what I just want to point out. I just want to point that out.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone in our chats, everyone said Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
You know where I stand.
It's we don't feel good about it.
What are they against each other for? Just who's better?
So what we doing is we're putting together some great pop culture things against each other. They end up and it's a tournament like it would be a basketball tournament, but sometimes other things run into other things. And Backstreet Boys landed on the spot against Jackie Chan, and we have to argue what is better. And people were saying Jackie wins and a landslide.
What's worthy to exist and what was not.
Like if I was Thanos, which one would I, get rid of?
That's good point. Heidi Mack.
You know what, though? I'll be honest. You phrasing like that, Heidi, changed my mind because I think I would rather listen to Backstreet Boys going forward. If I could say no more Jackie Chan, but I could still listen. You might have changed my mind with that.
Doesn't exist, like never exist, can never exist ever again. Like Kurt Russell, like Coca-Cola, they can never exist again. Like in our past things,
And ravioli.
You got Jackie Chan and the Backstreet Boys. Who can you not live without?
Backstreet Boys.
Do we change anyone else?
So no more Rush Hour.
Listen, that's an exception.
But we can't have it.
Damn. It's Jackie. She came at the right time. She came at the finals. This is the last one. I'm glad you're here. I need you to be a voice in here. Jackie Chan goes through on the Backstreet Boys, which is insane to me. But I get it. I do. It's Jackie. So we got the finals. What's in the finals? The last thing.
No vetoes, nothing.
No, man, I can't do it, man.
Man.
I
don't feel good about this one.
Right now.
This one's hard. I think we're all gonna cry on this one.
I don't feel good about this one.
What's the final matchup?
I don't want to press the button. All right, hold on.
Thank you so much for watching, by the way, y'all. This is gonna be great.
Jackie Chan beat out the Backstreet Boys. Okay. All right, so
breaking my heart.
This is gosh, I'm gonna cry. Okay, finals.
Veto.
What?
I didn't know. Veto. Please veto.
No, wait, hold on. Stop. Wait, hold on.
You know what? I'm kind of glad he did it. I'm not
disputing your veto. But you conceded and then vetoed. That is some Al Gore type level stuff. You're like, go ahead. No, I'm just playing. That's just messed up. But okay, go ahead.
Was that a hanging Chad veto?
Yeah, it's a hanging Chad veto. That was a delayed veto. I accept it, but I don't like it.
Thanos just went, Jackie Chan. He flipped it. He flip-flopped it. You know, his arm is broken now.
He's gone.
I say final answer or millionaire for a reason.
Backstreet Boys. The Backstreet Boys have gone. Sorry, chat. Sorry, y'all. Oh, sorry, everybody. Yep. Somebody did it. Let's see.
So the finals. So Backstreet Boys are going forward.
Yeah, going to the finals.
I am both very happy and both very confused about how I'm going to vote next round.
Carly, I need you for this one, baby. But listen, go. What's the finals now, bro?
Well, LEE just went. Backstreet's back. All right.
Well played. Yo,
shout out to Elliot. Backstreet's back. All right.
I can't knock that.
So what we got? What we got in the final?
Final of everything tournament part D. We have the Nintendo 64. Everybody be going hard for that.
Hard.
Against the Backstreet Boys.
Woo!
Flobo.
Oh, I have to go first? I gotta choose this? I gotta choose this?
It's your birthday in 2 days.
What? Oh, well, it was my birthday. You just vote what I want then. Vote 64. The end.
Well, it ain't that much your birthday. Convince Carly and Jack and Pino and the rest of the world in the chat why 64 is better than the Backstreet Boys.
Oh, man, this is going to be hard, man. I do like the Backstreet Boys. I am not a Backstreet Boys hater, despite what Evan Mack tells people behind my back. I like the Backstreet Boys. I actually jam out to the car. I actually subscribe to the radio station on Spotify. I'm that kind of dude.
Oh, now you like Backstreet Boys.
You do not. I don't believe that for a second.
No, I do. I have 2 radio stations. I have Backstreet Boys and French Montana, so you know where I'm at, all right? I'm just saying. All right. But of the two, I gotta go with a 64, and here's the reason why. It's not about what works today. The Backstreet Boys today is way better than Nintendo 64. The Backstreet Boys 5 years ago were way better than 64, 10 years ago. But if you talk about every cool moment I had growing up, every cool moment I can talk to about how many times I've broken a conversation with someone who was a gamer that says I was bonded lingua franca with the N64, how many times we got together and hung out, how many times I can mod the 64 controller to actually use other commands on a PC controller today? I gotta give it
modifications.
64.
What a nerdy thing to say.
It's yes, the Backstreet Boys are great enjoyment. I'm not knocking that, but the Backstreet Boys did not exist. No one would be like, if they did not exist, no one's gonna be like, NSYNC, it sucks. No one's gonna say, oh, what's 98 degrees? I'm just saying, look, of the two, 64 is more unique.
Carly, what's better, Carly? Nintendo 64 or Backstreet?
Yes, I mod.
See, I think, okay, well, first of all, you know the answer to this. We shouldn't even be asking the question.
Fair.
And actually, I think it's almost the opposite. I think that Backstreet Boys, as years go on, they're less cool. They were the coolest of cool, and like nostalgia and like describe my entire life when they first came out, like amazing. And I feel like Nintendo 64, that's always cool. It's not less cool. I feel like if you played it today or you played it years ago, it's a cool thing.
True.
So, but at the end of the day, I could live without that. And I
Chloe,
can't
have you listened to their new CD?
My heart. Huh?
BSB.
DNA. Have you listened to their new album, DNA? It's dope.
No, I'm just stuck in my 90s and early 2000s bubble with them, and I'm happy.
That's okay. I am mad.
She's happy in a bubble, man.
I am
And
mad.
I repeat, 30 years later. It's just the way it is.
What say you, cowboy? It's a tough one. Now listen, you play them often DJing. Don't nobody ask you to put on Goldeneye at these weddings. Don't nobody ask you to put on Mario Kart at these weddings.
If I put on Mario Kart, no one would dance. They'd be playing Mario Kart.
Yo, calm down.
What you got, man?
So, man, look, it's interesting because I said earlier that what I've learned about growing up is it's our job to push our childhood onto the next generation and push the way we were raised onto everyone else. And both of these things kind of fit that. They're both things that were a part of when we were younger. And I love the Nintendo 64. Everything that Flobo said is absolutely right. There's so many memories. There's so many things that you can tie to. You can connect with people right away. But frankly, if I have a kid come over and play the Nintendo 64 right now, they're going to be like, this doesn't work. It's not controlling the way I want it to. Everyone's head is a box. And but if I put on Backstreet Boys, it would slap. It would still be great. People would still
No,
be
it wouldn't. It'd be like
into
disco for people, man. Come on, you know that.
Disco slaps too. I like disco too. I'll say it.
Bro, we bumped everybody. We bumped everybody yesterday in the car. That joint still slaps.
Not the kids. The kids don't like that, man.
I think if you put on like I said, GoldenEye, people will go, oh yeah, this is kind of fun, and they'll play it for a little bit and they'll put it down. But yeah, Backstreet Boys, everyone's gonna be like, I want it that
a certain age, yes.
And then everyone will say, tell me why. Exactly. See,
You
see
sound
how
like my mama's friends when I was a kid singing this song to Freddie Jackson. I'm like, what's going on? Because I was too young to understand how good it was. Kids don't
see
like
how
that.
we all just vibed out for a second to Backstreet Boys, but when we talk about No Mercy, we're not like diggity dog.
We had a moment. Okay, so this is crazy. Because I got Backstreet Boys, man. Like I said, it's crazy because I told you for years and years and years I was drinking the NSYNC Kool-Aid, and then I'm telling you, this is how you know they're the best boy band of all time. Because I was going hard for NSYNC, and then I woke up like in a cold sweat, like a movie. I woke up in I was like, wait a minute, Backstreet Boys is better than NSYNC. And I'm like, it's not even close.
I hope it was like raining outside. And
bro, it was deep. I had a moment, bro. Like, dude, it was like a Christ-like moment. I said, yo, it ain't even close.
Like their first three albums, literally the entire album was number one hit, number one hit, number one. Next album, they're all
number
hits.
one hit.
Total Request Live was basically just Backstreet Boys being played every day.
Y'all heard that?
Yeah, it was thunder. So, yeah, I got Backstreet Boys. Carly got Backstreet Boys. Jack Farmer got Backstreet Boys. He ain't trying to hurt that DJ stock. That's what I'm talking about.
DJ Reckless on Facebook was like, they helped me get girlfriends.
You see?
Oh, I can't compete with that. Forget it. Shut it down.
That's true. That's true. If you were like,
beautiful wife and kids.
You would never invite a girl over to play Nintendo 64, but you.
We got three. We got
three with blue in the face. Once you say you got girls, I'm done. He won. I can't.
So we got 3 votes. We got 3 votes.
Kevin Correa said NC4, but then he goes, I'm going to flip. Going BSB.
You know what's crazy is when I looked at this tournament at first, I never thought for a second that Backstreet Boys was going to be this far, but now we're here, and it feels like, yeah, of course.
It's the best day ever.
I just can't. I can't with y'all. Y'all so with nostalgia. Backstreet Boys. Oh, I quit. No, I don't quit. Veto. No veto. What the? Nah, man.
Listen, Mobito.com.
What, veto.com? That's what you did.
Mobito.com. I know it's your birthday in 2 days. Listen. Jennifer McGlynn says Backstreet Boys. Heidi says Backstreet Boys. Evan says Backstreet Boys. Hello Moto says Backstreet Boys. Carly says Backstreet Boys. This is crazy.
Everybody said Backstreet Boys.
Well, I want to say from the bottom of my heart to everyone in the chat, the winner of the first tournament was the donut. And now the Backstreet Boys are going to win the second tournament? Are you kidding me? Y'all killed off Jackie Chan and Ravioli for the Backstreet Boys? All right, the cool.
I gotta say, if this was a game of chess, then Evan played it very well with that last second buzzer beater veto, because that changed the entire tournament. Jackie Chan had this in the bag, and then
no, because you gave up and then vetoed. That is some BS.
That was
locked in your answer and then flipped it up. But okay,
he iced the kicker. He iced the kicker at the last second.
Let me give it a big screen. Let me give it a big screen.
Let's play one. We got Howie.
Oh, yeah.
We got Kevin. We got AJ.
Oh, AJ.
Oh my God.
They even got AJ.
Oh, there you are. My favorite.
Latrell.
Can I get them? Can I get them all?
Yes,
I can't hold them all.
Listen.
I tried, y'all.
This is the thing. Listen, I cannot believe that flow. I'm keeping it real with y'all. I cannot believe Backstreet Boys won this tournament. I swear to God, I can't believe it.
You can't believe this.
I swear to God, dude. I swear to God.
I can't
Backstreet
believe
Boys has won. Listen, Carly, if you missed like you missed what we were talking about, but the things that were in this tournament was Tom Cruise and Instagram, Facebook, Mortal Kombat,
Amazon.
Uncle Phil, Bruno Mars, NSYNC, Goldeneye,
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Okay.
In the tournament and lost. They all lost. They all
Who
lost
did
to
McDonald's lose to?
Who?
Backstreet Boys.
Yep.
Okay.
I missed that.
What?
Happy birthday, Flobo.
Listen, the people have spoken. I set this up for the
These
people. To decide.
people.
Dude, I swear I did not think the people would put Backstreet Boys over McDonald's. I swear to God, dude.
Oh yeah,
I
you
swear to
bought
God.
the pop toy just in case, right? Come on, come on.
Well, I don't control the game, man.
I
you
just
do,
realized
you
they were
do.
up there. That's why I was like, oh, wait. That's why you saw
Listen,
me.
you know, Carly, I swear to listen, Carly, I need you back for the next one. We're doing it. We started all over again next week with more shit. But it's really interesting. Like, what's really interesting about this is like we look at the projections, we look at the things in the tournament, and I'm telling you right now, when I seen Backstreet Boys in there against NSYNC, I thought they was gonna lose that. That was the first round.
Yeah.
I thought people were gonna be like NSYNC, but and here we are.
Good.
They dominated.
Good. I am pleased.
Good.
Yeah, it is weird because I feel like I voted with my heart the whole way through. I never would have picked it originally, but yeah, I voted with my heart all the way through, and here we are. You know,
we will have we're doing multiple tournaments, and at the end of the year, we'll have a mega ultimate everything tournament. Right now, we got Donuts and the Backstreet Boys that have won these things.
Yeah, Carly, the first tournament, Donuts won the whole thing. Donuts.
Simpler times, better times, actually.
Like the warm, yummy type of donut.
Whatever donut.
It's like the donut that when you hear donut, that donut that your mind goes to. And people were like, donut. We were like, nah. And they were like, donut. And it was donut versus Coca-Cola at the very end.
Do maple bars count as donuts?
See, Carly said she would have picked donut.
I guess so.
Yeah, maple bars are donuts.
What about an apple fritter? Is that a donut?
It's donut adjacent. It's a hybrid. Yeah. It's pastry. It's like because of the bits of apple in it, so maybe not. But then at the same time, it kind of is.
This is poppycock. It has to be a circle. It has to be a circle
with a hole in it.
With a hole in it.
Maple bar does not count, I guess, as he says.
So those stuffed donuts don't count because they.
If it's a circle with the hole with the, you can put the cream. I guess. What do I know? Donuts work. Yo, people in the chat, man. Everybody in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all, man, because y'all made this really fun. Carly, I need you here next week. If you can pop in next week because there's a lot of hating going on with Flobo, a lot of hating going on with Jack. Whole bunch of haters in the chat. I need somebody perspective. I need someone with genius.
Yeah, not these clowns, but definitely you, Carly.
Pleasure to be here, Evan. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Carlita.
Next week, I'm gonna be on here. I'm gonna make it happen.
7:30. Can you do 7? You can do 7:30.
I could do 7:30.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Next week. Okay. Jackie boy, if you're available, if you don't, you pop in as well.
I vote to bring back Jack and Carly.
Look at these people. Look at them. They make it fun, man.
Z-Money. Yeah. Thank you.
Look at these good looking.
Z-Money's my favorite now.
These are like. But look at these two.
I'm a Backstreet Boys fan, even though I haven't listened to their new stuff. I saw that in the chat.
I know.
She saw it.
He saw it. Yeah. I was like, for real. I said, for real.
Of course they want these two back. They're like the first white people. Look at them. Look at the gorgeousness.
Oh, keep going.
Look how good looking these white people are.
Look how multicultural this chat is. I love that. I love it.
Jackie boy. So Jackie boy, just come up with you two, Carly. I'm gonna send it to you. Like you guys come up with like different categories. You know what I mean? Whatever the genre are, and you guys fill in the blanks, and we can all fill in the blanks. And
don't be weird like me. I Matthews, the asphalt.
Dylan Matthews says you're like a broken man. Shout out to the Aussie, Dylan Matthews, baby.
It's my birthday.
Well, I know how old Flobo's gonna be, and he should be a broken man. He's at that age.
I stood up and everything cracks now. It's good.
Aussie.
Oi.
Yo, appreciate y'all, man. Carlita, thank you, boo.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Next week.
All right, next week.
Yeah. Bye, y'all.
Bye,
Thanks,
y'all.
guys.
Buy some money.